As someone who is pretty far to the left, a progressive, a lefty, whatever label you want to give it, one of the things I try to get across as of the most importance is being pragmatic, especially in American politics in the way that they're construed to always lean conservative, where you're hardly ever going to get an actual true progressive ask answer directly. A lot of times it's about what's going to get you closer to your goals or getting you in a position to where you can shoot for that kind of an ask. And this is the point that I try to make with Biden and the reasons for even far left or progressive minds to support him. He may not get us universal health care, but he has expanded Medicare to millions of seniors and cut prescription and insulin costs by over 70%, while Republicans want to privatize the whole system. So it's clear who gets us closer, right? He may drill too much oil, but he is setting a good framework of green energy job creation to make a transition more feasible. Donald Trump wouldn't create any of these jobs. He would put like coal miners in charge of our energy policies. So again, clear who gets us closer to our goals there. And another issue that I believe could be an election decider is the unfolding genocide in Gaza and Biden's staunch support of Israel throughout it all. Though he has passed bills with humanitarian aid and other efforts to kind of help the Palestinians in Gaza a little bit, it is very much not enough. And that is a problem, especially in the eyes of many Arab voters. The issue with this that I'm seeing, the only issue, is that people are running to Trump instead as the answer, or pretending that the two of them would be equally bad on the issue. And you don't have to create this kind of false dichotomy just to say Biden's bad on something. You can just say you don't agree with him, because Trump undoubtedly would be worse. He would do the genocide thing way worse. So first, let's watch this clip of a chant that went on during Trump's rally that influenced me to make this video, and then we'll dive in.
She is our big problem.
Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe!
They're not wrong.
Now, to yell this at a Trump rally would insinuate that it's a jab at Biden because Trump wouldn't be genocidal and his policy would be different, which it would be different, but in a more genocidal way. He's already gone on record to say that he would let Netanyahu finish the job. Biden is at least drawing some sort of red lines, that Jewish Americans can't vote for Biden because he's letting humanitarian aid into Gaza, showing and signaling that he wouldn't be down to do that. And another signal for that is that during his presidency, he defunded UNRWA for most of it, which is the main source of humanitarian aid for Palestinians in Gaza, something of which most of the population now relies on for food and medicine. And in doing so, he also removed us as a peacemaker in the region. And MAGA is then quick to point to the Abraham Accords. Oh, he passed the Abraham Accords, so he brought peace in the Middle East, which is mostly out of ignorance because it didn't do anything like that. It actually made the situation a lot worse. So let's talk about the Abraham Accords and what they actually did for the region, because again, wasn't good, far stretched from how MAGA and Trump tries to paint it. The deal actually barely mentioned Palestinians. It was more so to strengthen US and Israel relations and then strengthen Israeli relations with the surrounding Arab countries in an effort to kind of push the Palestinian struggle out of the forefront of what these countries were asking for or cared about. And it more so was made at their behest than with their approval. They actually were against it. And one of the things it did was made Jerusalem the capital of Israel and moved the US embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem because of that. And this was seen as wildly distasteful from Palestinians, as they also view the land as holy in Islam. And that's one of the biggest friction points in all the peace talks that they had is Palestinians want East Jerusalem because that is holy land in Islam, while the western half, or whatever the other part of it is Holy Land in Judaism. What the Abraham Accord set to do exactly was to sideline this plight from the Palestinians by influencing Arab governments to move past it by showering them with gifts or deals or lifting sanctions, and not in any way addressing it or the humanitarian crisis that Palestinians were crying for help from, asking Trump for benefit, for anything to make the situation better. And Trump not only did nothing, he defunded UNRWA. So he took from them. Does that sound like someone who would be better for the region? For Gazans, for Palestinians, he wouldn't. And Trump's own Department of Homeland Security declared that before Biden took office, that we could predict there will be a retaliatory attack because of this deal. So Trump set this conflict on an accelerated path, thought he could ignore Palestinian plight to grow stronger Israeli relations, defund their humanitarian assistance, but yet people want to compare Biden to him as equally bad, who is a staunch Zionist. But Biden is building a pier in Gaza. He's sanctioned settlers, Israeli settlers. He's airdropping aid. He sent billions for humanitarian aid. It's not anywhere near where he should be. Don't get me wrong. He is far from where he should be on the matter, not on the right side of history. But he is far from Trump, who is actively trying to aid and would actively continue to aid in the removal of a Palestinian state. Or, since they don't have a state yet, just removing Palestine from the map and assuring that they never get a state. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.